Alright, back again, Luke here, and today I just want to show you something I was playing around with again. I decided to pull out the old PSX again, and yes, this is the PSX from Japan. This is not the original PlayStation 1 PSX. This is the PSX PlayStation 2 with the hard drive in it, as a lot of you guys already know who followed my videos from before. And I got this one to read discs. As you can see, it's playing Argos, or otherwise known as Rygar, at the moment. But I kid you not, this thing is really temperamental. It's kind of like a cat. I mean, it does what it wants when it wants. It's just I can't even pinpoint what the problem is because it always keeps changing. If I try and shut it off, turning off the power, and I don't do things in a certain order, it will not shut off. If I press the power button even now, it will just blink and it won't shut down. If I try and hold it, the light will go out and it won't shut down for a good 30 seconds. And when I try and put in other discs, it seems to read them. It won't read DVDs still. I had some over here to try it out. Just doesn't want to read DVDs, but Rygar here, or Argos, is it's a gold layered game. So at least it's reading that. Before it was only reading blue discs. So at least it's gotten this far. But there's something wrong with the main board or something. I don't know what is wrong with it. Like I said, if I try and do something at a certain time, and like if I press eject while the game's still going, it'll start to lock up. Down here on the front of these things, it actually has a quit game option. And you have to press that to quit the game, and then the eject button. And sometimes it does work, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it locks up, sometimes it stops right, but when you start it back up again, it basically just keeps loading and loading and loading. It doesn't start up the main screen. These things are so temperamental. I think these things must have had serious hardware problems or a high hardware failure rate, because a lot of the ones that I've seen for sale just say the same thing, you know, won't read discs, won't turn on, like all sorts of different problems. But at the moment, this one's working. If you flip this down here, there's a cable in the way. Yeah, so down at the bottom here you have your USB port, there's a memory card port, enter, you have right, left, up, down, and home buttons. Once again, these things are, you know, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Rarely do they work. And then you have your 2 memory card slots, which I find kind of ironic for the system. Because this thing has a 160 gig hard drive in it, it really doesn't make sense to have, you know, the memory card slots on here. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. You know, if you got a USB port here, you know, you should be able to just use flash memory or something, pop it in. I don't know why you have to have those, but I guess maybe if you wanted to play some of the games that were on your PS2, you could pop those in there. But as far as saving options too goes, like a lot of these games, it automatically says, you know, you must have a memory card in the slot. And once again, it's like, why can't this thing just be automatic and just go right to the hard drive? It just kind of baffles me. There's not a lot of information on these units, and they're pretty hard to try and figure out yourself for sure. Another problem this one's got is I tried to go to the PlayStation broadband network and just locked the whole thing up. Like the HD record and disc record, both those lights came on red, and on the back here they both came on red, so I was like, well, I guess I'm not doing that again. But here is the other one. This is the one that has really, you know, bad problems. It won't even, you know, start up past the main title screen, and it just, you know, it just keeps sitting there in lieu, just running. Then, you know, you just leave it on and it won't go anywhere past that. But to get a better look at what these things look like on the inside here, I can try and flip this one around, or on the back. They have these panels on the back, and this is going to be hard to see because it's all molded in white, but let me flip it around. It tells you which ones the controller ports are, but it's really hard to guess which is controller 1 and which is controller 2. I'll show you that in a second here. It's got your S-video in, out, left and right channels. You got your D1, D2 line, digital outs, network, and AC in. On this, on these units here, let's flip this one over. This is why it's difficult to understand. Now this panel here, it fits like this. So does this mean in or up? And this one means down, I guess. You know, this one means up front and back. It's just kind of a little confusing. But yeah, I removed this and I've been playing around with this one a lot. In order to get these things apart too, I have these plastic rails on the side, and I got them both off. This one's, they're still off on the other one as well. But you actually have to reach down in here. You can see there's a tab right here, and with a flathead screwdriver you have to bend this back and then slide off the rails, or else you won't be able to get the top off. And in order to get the top completely off without ripping ribbon cables, you have to remove this ribbon cable first, and then you'll be able to pop the front right off of this, or the top. Let's put this beast up here so you can get another look at the inside. Set that over there. So here is the inside of the unit. Here's the hard drive unit. I've tried switching out hard drives between the two of these things, and this one it's got a really bad mainboard problem somewhere, and it's just not allowing it to go into the startup menu. There's something really bad with it. But this is a 250 gig hard drive. Like I said, this one's got a 160 in it. Here's your power setup. Here's the loading mechanism for the disc. Just slides right in here and then sits down there, and the lasers are underneath. But I've got a few minutes left. I'll show you what this one's doing, if I can get it back together in a minute. Let's see here. Pop the top back on. That ribbon cable is pretty messed up, so it doesn't fit in there very well. Let's just take a second here. Pop this ribbon cable back in. The plastic tab wound up coming off on this one, which makes it even more fun. Luckily I still have the plastic tab, or else this thing wouldn't even start up. Alright, let's flip it back over. And let's see if I can steal the AV cables from this one. We'll leave the other one running for right now. AV. I'm gonna let that thing run for a while here and see what happens. See if it decides it's gonna keep running or if it's gonna stop. I played a little bit of the game while it was plugged in here, and it seemed to work out alright. And these things are so deep back in here, it's really hard to get back at. You can hear the fan kick on there for a second. The little HD light should blink. It should blink. Maybe it won't. Alright. Well. Oh, okay. This thing is not being cooperative. Let's try this again. Probably this ribbon cable in the back because it's all bent out of shape. Hopefully I don't run out of time here doing this. Come on. See if it does it again. We only got a few seconds left. Come on. Alright, let's see. This is our title screen when it starts up here. But it just sits in this for the longest time. And it doesn't go past this. But it's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon. So, thanks for watching.